Hey there, Yoga with Ben friends. Hope you all had a great week. We're going to get started in a seated position at the top of your mat. Get comfortable, get stable. We'll find a tall spine here. You can flip your palms up, or you can flip your palms down, feel a little bit more grounded. Just let yourself get grounded here. You're rolling your shoulders up and then back down. Just find your breath here. Take a few deep cleansing breaths. Feel the tension melt out of your body. Just connect to this moment here. Let everything else disappear. Just be here with your practice. You can circle your torso one way and then the other. A little Sufi grind action here. Just kind of noticing how it feels. And back through center here. We'll take our right hand down, left arm sweep it up and over. Keep your heart spiraling up, and then we'll reverse that. Left hand down, right arm up and over. One more each side. Just taking it slow, feeling this nice side body stretch, waking up your body here. And then let's reach forward for a forward fold, seated forward fold. From here, plant your hands back behind you. We're going to come into reverse tabletop. So lift your hips up, gaze forward, being mindful of your neck. See if you can make your knees disappear behind your hips. Lift your heart up. Maybe your fingers are facing forward, maybe they're facing back. So wherever you are, lift your hips. Feel the stretch, and then sink your hips down, and we're going to find boat pose. Lift your heart. Feet can come off the mat, or they can stay there. Your hands can come underneath your thighs, and then come back to reverse tabletop. Hips lift up, and then come back boat pose. Once more like that, reverse tabletop. Last time. Make your knees disappear. Find that stretch in your shoulders. Lift your heart up, and then land once again in your boat pose. We're going to build some heat here. Staying in your boat pose, breathing here, feeling this in your core. Inhale, extend long, low boat. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, lift. Inhale, low boat. Exhale, lift. Pause here. Staying in your high boat. You can extend your legs long if you have it, or you can stay right here. It's okay to shake here. Breathing here. A few more deep breaths. And then cross your legs. Rock forward. Find your tabletop pose. Shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Just take some cat-cows here, move with your breath. Inhaling, find your cow pose. Then exhaling, find your cat. And we'll take a thread the needle pose here. So reach your right arm up and bring it underneath, landing on your right cheek. Nice stretch into your right shoulder. Sweep yourself up. Right hand comes down, and then take it on the other side. Left arm up and bring it through. Left cheek on the mat this time. You can grab onto your right hand for a deeper stretch if you want. And then plant your right hand, left hand sweeps up, and land it back on the mat. Find your strong tabletop once again. Cinch your ribs together, navel lips up. Gaze down towards the floor, neck is long. And And then tuck your toes, hover your knees 2 inches off the mat and breathe. Feel your breath. Feel your muscles supporting you. One more deep breath. And then hips lift up, down dog. We're here in down dog, pedal it out, make it your own. Bend one knee, then the other. Turn the toes over. Shake your hips from side to side, anything that feels good. And then let's come forward to plank pose. Shoulders stacked above your wrists, heels pressing back, navel lifts up. Gaze down towards the mat. And then take a push-up, lower down halfway. Use your knees if you want. Press back up, down dog. Breathe here. Once again, roll forward to high plank. Shoulders stacked, lower down. Lift back up. Let's do that 2 more times. Find your strong plank pose. Be mindful, no rush. Inhale, extend forward. Lower down. And then press back up, down dog. Hips lifting. One more time here. Roll forward to high plank. Exhale to low. Press back up. Hips lift. This time we're going to come to high plank and then lower down all the way down to our bellies. Take it slow. Shift yourself forward. Lower down. And then once you're down on the mat, untuck the toes. We'll find baby cobra here. Make sure your neck is long. Send your heart forward. And release. Let's move with our breath. Inhaling baby cobra. Exhaling back to the mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. And then we'll find our child's pose here. Hips back to your heels. Take a breath. It's releasing your lower spine. And then when you're ready, we'll find our down dog again. Notice how it feels different from the first one. Lift the creases of your hips up and back. Press down into your finger pads. Let your shoulders melt down your back. Look forward. Step forward into your ragdoll pose. Feet hips width apart. Let your knees bend a lot. Grab onto your elbows. Your head is so heavy. Let all the things you're carrying just melt down into the floor. Let them release. Half lift, extend. And fold. 2 more times. Half lift, heart forward. And then fold. Once again, extend. And melt. Let's bend into our knees, roll up to stand, head comes up last. Arms reach up, full body stretch here. Reach your arms behind you, interlace your palms, interlace your hands. Bend your knees, press your knuckles down. Big breath to open your heart and then fold forward. You can, if you would like, bend into one knee. Bend your left knee, draw your left shoulder down to meet it, and then take it in the other direction. Just feeling this nice hamstring stretch. Maybe one more time each side. Really extend the crown forward. Lengthen out across that extended leg. Feel the stretch. And then back through center. Hands come down, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands down, come back to plank pose, and you know where we're going. Take a flow. Lower down. Upward facing dog. Sink your shoulders way down. Lift the crown of the head way up. Broaden across your heart. And then tuck your toes. Down dog. Let's take some Sarah A's, guys. Look forward. Step or float. Half lift. And fold. Inhale, root to rise. Arms to the sky. And we melt, fold forward. Inhale, extend. And we flow. Hands come down, feet come back. Breathe and move. Could be an up dog, could be a baby cobra. You could take some push-ups. Once again, look forward. Feet to hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, arms to the sky. And we melt. Extend, half lift. Take your flow. Moving through your up dog. And then toes tucked, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Let's do it again. Look forward. Step or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt. Root to rise. And fold back down. Extend long. And we flow. Moving with your breath. We're going to do that 3 more times here. Your breath, your movement. Add or subtract anything you want. Look forward. And flow. In your own way, follow your own breath. We'll meet back in down dog. These flows are so important early on in the practice. Get yourself warmed up, setting any intentions you want in your practice. Just moving in your way here. Let these feel good. Taking as much time as you need. Last round here. If you move faster, you can hang out in down dog, or you can take a child's pose. No rush wherever you are. Moving through your upward facing, and then we will meet in a downward facing dog. Again, you can pedal it out. Deep breaths here. Take some breaths. Take a moment to reset, and then sweep that right leg up towards the sky. You can bend your knees, stack your hips. As always, feel free to take some hip circles here. You can make them big. Just opening up that hip, taking it in one direction and then the other. Re-extend, square your hips. Lift your heel up, press your chest wall back, and then knee to nose, make a touch. Inhale up. Bring it in, knee to nose. Inhale up. And then step it forward, warrior one. Spiral that back heel down, feel the connection with the mat. And then we lift up. As you get into this pose, you can bring your hands to your hips. Make sure they're square towards the room, tailbone roots down, right hip draws back. And then when you're ready, arms can lift up. Shoulders sinking down. Hands can interlace behind your back. Elbows come back. Elbows press back. And then arms reach up to the sky. And we flow. Hands come down. Step back. And move through your flow. Inhaling through your low. Upward facing. And then we'll meet in down dog. Left leg sweeps up. Bend, stack open. Make hip circles on this side. Press your chest wall back. Notice what's going on in your shoulders. Re-square. Pinky toe flex down. Lift that heel a little higher. And then bring it in, knee to nose. Inhale up. Knee to nose. Inhale up. Knee to nose. And then step forward. Find your warrior one. Back heel spirals down. Hands come to the hips. Left hip draws back. Sink low in that lunge. Bringing that front thigh parallel to the floor. At least move in that direction if it's not there today. Hands behind your head. Elbows are back. And then arms lift up. And we flow. Hands come down. Step back. And take your flow. From down dog, look forward, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift. Fold down. Toe heel yourself together. Sink your hips down. Chair pose. Hips are underneath your shoulders. Shoulders are stacked. Tailbone reach down towards the earth. Press your inner thighs together. Arms extend up. Shoulders sink down. Maybe you can press your thighs together a little more, sink a little lower. Relax your face, relax your shoulders. Use your breath. And then extend, full body stretch. Lift your heart up and fold back down. Inhale, extend, and we flow. Maybe you add a push-up. Sweep your right leg up towards the sky, bend, stack open. Re-square. Right knee to right elbow, come forward. Inhale up. Once again, make it touch. Inhale up. Step it forward, warrior one. Second look here, lift up. Hips are squared. Shoulders drop down. From your warrior one here, interlace your hands behind your lower back, heart lifts. And then hinge forward. Humble your warrior. Right shoulder to the inside of your right knee. Crown of the head draws way down. Find that strong foundation here. Draw that right hip down, and then lots of softness in your upper body. Lift all the way up. Arms to the sky. And then we flow, hands come down, step back. Moving through your back bend, and we'll meet in down dog. For now, left leg, bend, stack open. Re-extend. And then left knee, left elbow, make it touch. Again, left knee, left elbow, make it touch. And then bring it through, warrior one. Arms come up. Find that foundation, draw the left hip back. And then interlace your hands, press your knuckles down, lift your heart up. And we hinge forward, humble your warrior. Come up, hands to the sky. And then hands come down and we flow. From our down dog, heels lift up, look forward to the top of the mat, and then step or float forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale, fold. Till you hear yourself together. Once again, chair pose. Big, deep inhale. And then come forward, let it go. Inhale up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale up. Exhale, hands come down. One more time here. Inhale up. And then exhale, hands come down. So settle into your chair pose here. Feel the strength of your foundation. Let your shoulders soften. And then full body stretch, lift up. And we fold. Inhale, half lift. And let's flow. Take a push-up if you want. Meet in down dog. Sweep that right leg up. Bend, sack open. Re-extend. Bring it across. Right knee, left elbow. Inhale up. Bring it across. Inhale up. Find your warrior one. Step all the way forward. Square your hips. And then interlace your hands behind your lower back. Press your knuckles down. And humble your warrior once again. Draw that right hip back. Keep engaged in the back foot. And then this time lift up halfway. Roll onto the ball of your back foot. Hold on to the bind. And we will find our bound warrior 3. So lift off. Back leg is nice and straight. Toes are pointed down. Your hands can come to heart center if you want to release the bind. Just gather your core in. Point your tailbone back. Press your knuckles back. Send your heart forward like you're in baby cobra. And then we land in high lunge this time. Soft landing. Arms come up. Heart lifts. And then hands come down. Frame your front foot and pause. Plant your left palm down. Reach your right arm up. Take a twist. And then in whatever way makes sense for you, find your side plank. You can modify this. Your bottom knee can drop down. Maybe that top foot wants to fly up. Keep your hips nice and stacked. Lift your hips up high. Take this into tree pose variation here. And keep that leg lifted or on the mat. Anywhere you want to be here. And then right hand plants down and we'll take a flow. Meeting in our downward facing dog. Left leg, sweep it up. Bend, sack open. Re-square. Left knee, right elbow, make a touch. Back up. Bring it through, make it touch. Re-extend, and then step it forward. Last warrior 1 here. Arms reach up. And then interlace your hands. You know where you're going. 1 breath here, and then humble your warrior. Left shoulder to the inside of your left knee. Soften in here. Draw that left hip back. Lift up halfway onto the ball of your right toes. Back heel lifts, and then lift up, warrior 3. Hands can stay interlaced, or your hands can come to heart center if you feel it. It's okay to wobble here. Just try to find your balance, find your breath. Spiral your heart forward. Big step back, stick the landing. Arms reach up. And then we flow, hands come down. Hands come down. Right palm down, left hand up, we twist. And then we'll find our side plank. Stack your hips, left arm to the sky. Again, you can lift that left leg up. Find tree pose variation here if you need, or if you want to. And then let's take a flow here. Hands come down through your back bend. We'll meet in down dog. Breathe in down dog. And then we'll walk our hands back to our feet. Take a moment to open our hips. Sink your hips down. We'll find our Malasana squat here. Elbows pressed into your knees, knees into your elbows, hands at heart center. Hips sinking down. Crown of the head points up. If you want to shift your weight back and forth, go for it. Crown of the head lifts. Broaden your collarbones. Downward with the hips, up with your head. And don't think too hard about this pose, just breathing into the sensations that you feel. If you have tight hips, this is a tough pose to stay in, so just breathe. One more breath here, and then extend the legs forward fold. Toe heel yourself in. And we'll walk ourselves forward to our high plank. And then take a flow from here. Through your back bend. We'll meet in down dog. Sweep your right leg up towards the sky, step it forward, high lunge. Sweep up. Arms extend up. And then bend into your back knee, really sink your hips here, tuck your tailbone. Feel that engagement in your lower core. And then straighten out through that back leg, really power through it. And then bring your right hand to your right hip, take a side bend, left hand up and over. From here, re-square and open up to your warrior two. Find that heel to arch alignment, hips are opening. Deep bend into your right knee, try to get it parallel. Try to get that right thigh parallel to the mat. Arms come to a T and flip your palms. Feel your shoulders roll down. Flip both your palms back over. Gaze over your right fingertips with your left eye. Find your drishti here. And then we're gonna flip our right palm, flip and reverse your warrior. You can bring that right palm behind your head. Keep pressing your right knee towards your pinky toes. Maybe extend that arm back. And then come forward, side angle pose, right elbow to your right knee. If you want, you can extend the bottom arm forward. Maybe you want to go deeper with it. Find some core work here if you want to. Come back, warrior two. And then straighten your legs, toe heel yourselves in. Find our goddess pose here. So toes pointed out, heels come in. Hands can come to heart center. Sinking in, knees draw back. Shoulders stacked. Find your cactus arms or another arm variation that works for you. Sink down low. Breathe here. Keep knitting the ribs together, tailbone roots down, knees draw back. Use your breath. Lift up. Take a little side bend here. Grab onto your right wrist and side bend over towards the left side. Come back to center. Take it in the other direction. Press down into both feet a lot. And then let's take this into our warrior two towards the front of the room. From here, flip in reverse. And then cartwheel down, hands come down, step back, and take your flow. Option to add a push-up, moving through your back bend. We'll meet in down dog. Left leg, sweep it up, step it forward. Right hand down, left arm up, take a twist. And then land it back down. Rise up, high lunge, drop your back knee, tailbone roots down, shoulders stacked above your hips. And then press back through that leg, straighten it out. Left hand to your left hip, right arm reaches up and over. And then square it off, hands come to the sky. And then open up, warrior two. Heeled arch alignment, your left knee is pointed towards the front of the room. Try to get that thigh parallel if you can. Hands to a T, flip your palms, sink your shoulders down. And then flip your palms back over. Strong arms, gaze forward. Flip and reverse. Left arm up and over. Maybe that left arm comes back behind your head. And then come forward, side angle. Left elbow to your left knee. Right arm up and over. You can find more extension in your core by sending that left arm up off your thigh. Maybe the hand wants to sink down towards the earth. Again, your version of this pose. Find a challenge point for yourself today. Lift back up, warrior two. And then we'll take this into our goddess pose once again. Toes come out, heels come in, sink down. Shoulders are stacked. Arms at your variation. Deep breath here. Breathe at that challenge point. Feel it and be there. Breathing here. Sinking into those hips. One more breath. And then lift up. Hands come to our hips. Toes come in. Heels come out. Make sure your feet are pigeon-toed here. You know the drill. And then lift your heart up and fold forward. I like to walk my hands back. Lengthen out my spine, especially the upper back here. Find the version that works for you. Maybe you want palms down on your mat. Maybe you want to walk your hands over one foot and then the other. Just whatever feels right for you here. Just lengthen out the back of your legs. Lift all the way up. Once again, warrior two, facing the front of the mat. Find it. Flip and reverse. Hands come down and flow. From our down dog, you can walk it out. And then we'll build on that. Sweep your right leg up, step it forward. Let's twist. Left hand down, right arm down. Sweep yourself up, high lunge, and we'll take that side bend again. Come back to the high center. And then peel open, warrior two. Flip and reverse. Come forward, side angle. And then we'll come into our triangle pose here. So hand comes to your shin, left arm to the sky. Draw that left hip point back. Keep lengthening out. One more breath here. And then open up warrior two once again. Feel steady in your warrior two. Flip and reverse. And then you know what's coming. We're coming into our half moon pose here. So grab your blocks if you need it. Shift forward. Hand comes to the mat or the block. Left leg is nice and straight. Your front toes are pointed towards 12 o'clock. Maybe that right hand floats up. If you have that balance, mess around with any variations you want here. Lift that lifted leg a little higher. See if you can stack your ribs a little more. Maybe look up with that left hand. And then from here, square your hips off. We'll take a stop in standing splits. Grab onto that ankle if you want to find the balance. Lift that left leg as high as you can. And then walk your hands forward. We're going to come into supported warrior three. And then lift off. Find your true warrior three here. Hands can come to heart center. Hands can lift to the back of the room. One more breath, and then left leg comes to the top of the mat, chair pose. Sink down a little lower. Full body stretch, lift up, and fold back down. Nice job. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, and we flow. Hands come back. Feet come back. Take your flow. 3, your up dog, then find your down dog. Breathe in down dog. Left leg floats up, step it forward, and we twist, right hand down, left arm up. Land it back down, sweep up, high lunge. Take that side bend again, left hand to your left hip, right arm up and over. Come back to center, and then open up to your warrior two. Find your warrior two, and then flip and reverse. Come forward, side angle. Flip and reverse. Straight in through that left leg, and then come forward, find your triangle pose. So your left hand can come to your left shin, or you can extend it up if you want to play with some more core. And then land that left hand. Bend back in, warrior two. Flip and reverse. And then you know what's coming. Half moon pose. Left hand comes down to the block or the mat. Keeping those left toes pointed really straight forward. Right arm lifts to the sky. Keep that right leg lifted and as straight as you can. Try to find some balance here. It's a tough pose to stay in, so just breathe through it. And then when you're ready, hips square off, come down, standing split. Grab onto your ankle. Stay here in your standing split for a few more breaths. And then walk your palms forward. We'll find our supported warrior three. Lifting that chest. And then when you're ready, hands lift up off the mat. Find your true warrior three. And then come forward, chair pose. Left right leg comes to the top of the mat. Sink your hips. We got this. One more breath. And then full body stretch. And then because we can, come back into chair pose. Hands come to center. And then left elbow comes to the outside of that right knee and take a twist. Sink your hips a little lower, twist a little deeper. Come back to center. And we'll take it to the other side. Right elbow hooks on the outside of that left knee. You know what you're looking for here. You know what you want to build for yourself here. One more breath. Come back to center. Tailbone roots down. Sink a little lower. And then full body stretch, lift up. Find your Tadasana here at the top of your mat. Strong mountain pose. Shoulders roll up and down. Take another shoulder roll. You can grab a drink of water if you want. And then from here, we're gonna play around with tree pose. So draw your right knee into your chest. Let that right hip sink down. Peel open. Find your tree pose. So that could mean your right foot comes to your thigh or your calf. Just avoiding that knee as always. Hands can come to heart center. Find something that's not moving. And then you can grow your tree in some way here. Stand tall. Feel this moment of peace. Maybe even close your eyes here. And then bring that right knee forward into your chest. Back to the mat. Shake it out. Left side. Bring it into your chest. Peel it open. Find your variation on this side. This might look different. I know for me it's much harder to get my left leg to come to my thigh. Usually I have to place it on my calf. Just find wherever you are here on this side. Then grow your tree in some way. Let's make our way out of this. Shake it out. Alright guys, so come to the top of your mat. Full body stretch. And then fold forward. Halfway lift. Plant your hands down. Come back. And find your forearm plank here. So forearms come down to the mat. Hips in line with your shoulders. Last bit of core here. Tailbone points back. Feeling the strong forearm plank. This is so good for your body, so try to stay with it here. And then float your right toes up off the mat, let it hover. Place it back down. Left foot, take it up. Hover your foot. It's okay to shake. Place it back down, right foot. Lift it up. Place it back down. Last one. Left side. Take it up. Keep your shoulders stacked above your elbows. Lift your navel up. And then foot comes down. Pause here. Breathe here. Feel your core supporting you. Extend the crown forward. And then sink down. Sphinx pose. Nice job. Supporting yourself up on your forearms, your hips are heavy on the mat. Shoulders are dropped down, chest is broadened. You can press into your left arm, look over towards the right. Bring it across the other side. Keep that strong, proud, lifting. And then we're going to take this into a quad stretch. So bring your right forearm parallel to the front of the mat and grab onto the back left foot with your left hand. Keep lifting your heart up. Feel this in your quad. Keep drawing that left hip forward as best you can. And then release. Come back to center for just a moment, reset. And then we'll take it on the other side. So left arm comes parallel. Reach back, grab onto that right ankle. See if you can make little tiny adjustments here. Intensify the stretch for yourself. And then release as you are ready. Come down, plant your right cheek on the mat. Just take a little rest here. We're gonna prepare for a lotus pose. So interlace your hands behind your lower back. Send your gaze down towards the floor. Broaden across your heart. If you want to lift up off your feet, go ahead. And we fly here. Let's hold this and breathe. And release. Left cheek on the mat. Windshield wipe your hips if you want. Or you can keep them right where you are. Just resting here. And from here, we're gonna take one more back bend. If you want to take floor bell, you know you can. If you don't feel like it today, please don't. Certainly don't have to. Take another lotus pose if you want. If you're coming into floor bow, take your knees very close together, kick into the grip, and lift up. And release back down. Nice job. Windshield wipe your hips from side to side. Let's take this back to child's pose. Maybe you want your knees together for this child's pose. See what works for you. Lengthen out your spine. And then come in, down dog. All right, guys, you made it. We're gonna find our half pigeon pose. Sweep your right leg to the sky, bring it forward, inside of your right wrist. You can always take this on your back if you want. If you're coming into the full half pigeon here, just sink down over that right leg and try to release down here. This pigeon pose is once again brought to you by your CBD store in Ithaca. Guys, I know you've heard this before if you've been a fan of Yoga with Ben, but your CBD store has a full array of CBD infused products. I love the tincture oil. Just take one drop full of the 1,000 milligram mint. Really relieves that anxiety. No THC in their products. Doesn't get you high, you guys. Just, it relieves a little anxiety, relieves any inflammation, which is really important, especially in today's world of constant angst and inflammation. So stop by your CBD store in Ithaca. They're having a sale this weekend, 15% off. So stop in, grab yourself some CBD products. Sinking down over that front leg, just releasing down. And breathe. From here, lift up. We're gonna roll onto our right hip and swing your left leg forward. We're all gonna find seated tree pose. So right foot to the inside of your left leg, tall spine, and then bring your left arm down, right arm up. Find that opening. Keep that right hip bone planted. Keep spiraling your heart towards the sky. And then reach up and over with that right hand. Send your heart over your knee and hinge forward over that left leg. You don't have to grab your foot, your shin is just fine, or your ankle, or your thigh, anywhere you want to be. Think about pressing that right knee back, lengthening it out over that left leg. And then as you're ready, lift up. We're going to find Stargazer pose. So right hand comes down, rock forward onto your right knee, lift up. Lift your heart up towards the sky. And then sink back down. Just did a couple heart openers, so releasing here. And then come back, find your down dog, and take that on the other side. So left leg, sweep it up. Bring it forward. Find your half pigeon on the left side. If you want to take this on your back, again, go for it. This doesn't have to look the same as it does on the right side. Again, my left hip is a lot more open than my right. It's much easier to stay on this side for me. So wherever you are, just breathe into it. Know that it doesn't have to feel the same or look the same as the other side here. These micro adjustments we make for ourselves really matter. Just become more aware of what's going on in your body here and just breathe through it. If you're feeling tension or a lot of sensation, try not to judge it. Just breathe into it. I'm going to be here for a few more breaths. Make the most of these last moments of the pose. Once again, come into seated tree pose. So lift up out of this. Bring your right foot forward. Left foot to the inside of that right leg. Right arm down, left arm up. Side bend here. And then bring that left hand to meet the right. Forward fold over that right leg. Square yourself off here. Again, you do not need to grab for the foot. Shin or ankle is just fine. Keep moving that left knee back. And then lift up, stargazer pose. Left hand down, rock onto your left knee, lift your hips up, lift your heart up. And then rock on down. From here, you can roll over, find our downward dog. Shake it out, lift that left leg up, release the hips, and then we'll take a flow. Inhaling through your upward dog. And then step forward, grab your blocks. If you need one, we're gonna lower down onto our backs. Grab a drink of water here, towel off. Then when you're ready, we'll meet on our backs. Bring your knees into your chest, massage it out. Take a stop in Supta Baddha Konasana, feet together, knees apart. Just breathe here. Feel everything slow down. A few more breaths here. Releasing your back, releasing your spine. We're going to find a few more back bends here. So reach forward, tickle the backs of your heels, press down on your feet. We'll find our bridge pose. You can interlace your hands underneath your hips, press your shins forward, keep your neck rounding, keep your chin tucked. Lift your heart and release. Windshield wiper your knees. So your choice here, if you have a block at home, you can use your block for supported bridge. If you're feeling wheel, you can go for it. Or you can take just another bridge. Your choice for your second back bend. Don't think about it too much, just go for it. Make your way. Inhale, lift up. One more breath wherever you are. And then release. Come down. Once again, windshield wipe your knees side to side. This time, hug your knees into your chest. Peel open to happy baby. So grabbing for the inside of your feet. If your lower back is popped up off the mat at all, grab onto your thighs instead. You'll get a deeper stretch that way. Just tuck your chin. Soles of the feet facing up towards the sky. Draw your shoulders down. And then hug your knees into your chest. Send your knees over to the left, look towards the right. Let's take a supine twist here, making sure that right shoulder is nice and heavy on the mat. And then back through center over onto the other side. Look to the left, left shoulder is nice and heavy. From here, you can grab your block. We're gonna come into waterfall pose. If you want to take a shoulder stand, go for it. If you want a little bit more support, just come into waterfall. Legs up towards the sky. Just let gravity do the work. Feel your heart rate slow down here. Feel your breathing slow down here. Just allowing your body to gain all of the benefits that you created for yourself in this practice. Thanking yourself for coming to the mat. Just notice the sensations of your legs here. And then plant your feet down. Bring the block to the side. Let your knees butterfly open. Supta Baddha Konasana once again. If there are any other poses that you need to make your practice feel complete, please take them. Otherwise, we will meet in our final Savasana. Spread your body out. Just release everything down. Take some time to notice for yourself what feels good. Send your attention there. And then surrender. Start to deepen your breath. You can wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. Take a full body stretch. Hands above your head. Just any movements that you want here. When you're ready, you can roll over onto one side. Hug your knees into your chest. And then when you're ready, we'll meet in a comfortable seat at the top of our mat. You guys did such a great job today. As always, thank you for being here. Thank yourself for coming to the mat. Just let yourself breathe and be. Always remember to be kind to one another in these crazy times. And never forget, your butt is absolutely perfect. See you next time. Namaste.